And now we've got Grant Morgan with us, All-America linebacker at the University of Arkansas, super senior, team captain, and an SEC Media Day veteran now. Now that, Grant, you've concluded your first Media Days, I guess we're the last interview you're doing, or at least near that. So what has this experience today been like for you, and can you estimate the number of questions you've answered?
This experience has been just something that I wasn't expecting, like this kind of packed because of COVID and everything, and it was fun, like because like everyone's doing the right way, and it's just the way we're all talking. It's fun getting to talk to different personalities and answer different questions, but it's definitely been fun. It's definitely something I'll be able to hold on to the rest of my life and be able to talk about it every other day, every other year when it comes on. I'll be able to say I did that. The amount of questions I answered, I would say probably it would be around 200, 250, maybe 300. I don't know.
It's a good estimation, I think. But nobody that's being recruited in high school for a program like Arkansas or any other program says to themselves, what I really want to be able to do in my life is be one of the guys at SEC Media Days. You want to play in bowl games. You want to play for a conference championship. You want to play for a national championship and all of that. So, so this is like an added extra, but it says something about your stature for this team. And I feel like you've I don't know how to put it in these terms, but you've been comfortable in this role for a while. I mean, you're comfortable as a leader, and today it really feels like as a leader you speak on behalf of the program. Yeah.
And like you said, like no one tries to say, oh, I can't wait to one day go to SC Media Days. But this is something that like I got to be thankful that I'm here. Like I got to be thankful like I prayed for times like these back in the day, like when I was a walk-on and when I was younger. Like so, like when I get stuff like this, like I love being be the voice for Arkansas because it's easy to talk about Arkansas. It's easy to talk about the guys where I'm playing with, or the coach I'm playing for. Like when they're guys like that are like us and the guys that are working hard and guys that are just the same guys every single day. Like it's easy to talk about them. So I'm glad I'm the guy here doing it.
Yeah, and Grant, you talk about being a former walk-on and ultimately blossom into the star on the football field that you are. And last year you were Bowlesworth Trophy finalist. If you were to win that award this year, what would that mean to you being at the University of Arkansas and then even being a born and raised Arkansan?
Yeah, so I don't mean to correct you, but I wasn't born in Arkansas.
I'm sorry.
So,
I just know you're from Greenwood. That's just
yeah, you're right. Yeah, so being in Arkansas and just being able to do this and be able to put that hog on my helmet, like, and just run out of the A, like, that's something that like we're in Arkansas and we see Arkansas. People who drive through Arkansas see Arkansas. Like people who live in Arkansas, all they know is Arkansas. So like, to be able to be like who I am and what I'm doing right now is just something that I'm never going to take for granted for, because this is just something that like when I was a walk-on and when I wanted to be this, I always told myself I could do exactly what I'm doing now. But it's just something that like I had self-doubt too. Like I had stuff that I had to grow and do and get better at, and as soon as it comes into fruition, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And now look at it. It's going into fruition. I need to continue to get better, and I'm continuously doing stuff. And it really is a love for the state. Like Coach Pittman says, it's a proud damn state. And the way we treat it is like it's an Arkansas football state. Anyone else can say anything else, but it's been fun, and I'm excited to be able to get this year and get this season going.
Hey, Grant, Coach Pittman also talked about wanting defensively to have more success on first down, have more second and long, and he referenced maybe not having the amount of defensive linemen that were necessary in order to go with multiple looks. And now it feels like it's a different story this year, and you probably will see some different looks and might get a chance to blitz maybe a lot more often. It seems to me that what really was lacking last year was a pass rush, and that can be a focus for this team a little bit now.
Yeah, definitely. I think one thing we had to look at was depth and say D-line, since you brought it up. Like it's one thing we had to get better at, and the way we did that is we went to the grad transfer program and we got 3 guys that were going to do really good. But don't let it slip out of your mind that we had really good guys here already. We had guys like Torian Carter, Dorian Gerald, Isaiah Nichols, Eric Gregory, guys who have played meaningful snaps and done really well. That's made them get so much better because we had the grad transfers come in and kind of put some competition back in that realm. It wasn't just their shot to be able to go and get it. So when you look back at last year, when you go to LSU, like when we had that COVID problem, we had to be able to play with the guys who haven't played a single snap all year, and they did what they could do. Like, we didn't expect them to come out there and be an all-SEC D lineman the first day. They did what they did, and they're continuing. The guys even that played in that game, they're continuing to get so much better. They're going to help us out this year, and that experience alone is going to help them out. They're not going to be scared to go into games. So I'm excited for that D-line group. They've really took a big step, and really for anybody in our whole defense, like our depth has grown a lot more.
Yeah, Grant, and it's one thing for us media members, us talking heads, to sit here and evaluate and say who's going to make that big jump from one year to the next. It's another thing for you, a super senior guy who's a true leader of that defense. Has there been a teammate that you've seen this offseason, work harder than he's ever done, and you're really excited for Arkansas Nation to see him out on the field and show how big of an improvement he's made?
Yeah, I would say our whole defense, offense, everybody works so hard. It's going to be hard to narrow out one person. I will for you. This is one guy who continues to work, and he even blows my mind sometimes how hard he works and what he does. Simeon Blair, he has taken such a big step. He's running with a one safety. He's doing really good. He's not just running with it. He's like being the leader. Him and Jalen are doing really good there. Our whole DB, that's a testimony, though, to our DB group. Our whole DB group works so well. They work so hard. They work together well. They cooperate with each other really well. So when I say one guy, it's Simeon Blair. I'm excited to see what he does this year. He's changed his body. He's gotten bigger. He's gotten stronger, faster. I'm excited to see what he does.
That's a tough question to answer and point somebody out, and you did it, Grant. So I appreciate that very much, and thank you so much for stopping by at the end of a very long day. Safe travels back to Fayetteville, and can't wait to see you out on the football field 6 weeks from now. Thanks again.
No problem. Thank you all.
Hey, thanks, Grant.
You got it. That's Grant Morgan, All-America linebacker, Arkansas Razorbacks. Our SEC Media Days coverage brought to you by Arvest Bank, Ozark Orthopedics, and Construction Masters Roofing. Construction Masters Roofing delivers excellence in all your roofing needs.